Father Bob Stokig, the rector of Guardian Angel Cathedral in Las Vegas, Nevada, coming to you with another one of our reflections on the weekend readings this week for the 24th Sunday in Ordinary Time. We invite you to subscribe to our channel. You could even turn on the alerts so that as new content is posted, you get the message right away that it's available to you. This weekend, we hear a gospel passage that really continues from the previous 2 weeks in a dialogue between Peter and Jesus. 2 weeks ago, if you remember, Jesus called Peter Rock, the rock upon which he would build his church. And last week, Peter got it wrong and Jesus said to him, "Get behind me, Satan, you're a stumbling block." Well, this same Peter comes this week to Jesus in chapter 18 of Matthew's Gospel, asking how many times he has to forgive. How often do we want to know the bottom line, the bare minimum? Seems to be where Peter is. So he says, "Do I have to forgive my brother 7 times?" And Jesus says, "Oh no, not 7 times, but 77 times." And then tells a parable about the importance of mercy and forgiveness. It's a parable that perhaps doesn't shock us as much as it would Jesus' original hearers. In the original, someone owes his master 10,000 talents, which is a number that doesn't mean anything to us. So here's a little bit of the basic math. A denarius was 1 day's wage. And it took 6,000 denarii to make 1 talent. So this guy is so far in debt, it's like 60 million days' wages. An absurd amount that he could never ever repay in his whole life. That's the scope that he's forgiven. But the same person, after he's forgiven that huge debt, refuses to forgive a much smaller debt that someone else owes him. And of course, the punchline comes at the end when Jesus tells us that's how our Heavenly Father will deal with us if we don't forgive, if we don't show mercy. What is it about the human spirit that makes it so difficult to forgive? I'm not sure the answer is universal, but I know it includes things like when we're hurt, we want to hurt back. When we're not in control, we're vulnerable, so we have our shields up. Or maybe we just keep count, like Peter's doing in this reading. Whatever it is, the truth of the matter is, emotionally and spiritually, when we don't forgive, we're the ones that stay in prison, not the person who has wronged us. So this week, as we're challenged by this gospel, we're invited to look at all the places in our lives where we've been stingy with forgiveness. And with God's grace and our knowledge of the great ways in which God has already forgiven us, to show mercy as we have been given mercy.